All right, so today we have Ed on. So, Ed, would you mind introducing yourself, sharing who you are and where you're from, and your occupation, please?
Yes, my name is Ed Hassel. I live in Fayetteville, Georgia. Um, I'm currently an agent. I sell annuities, uh, IULs, term and whole life to help protect families for mortgage protection and final expense.
Awesome. And so, how long have you been in the business, Ed?
About 2.5 years.
Okay. And so, what were you doing before that?
Before that, I was in IT. I ran a four-state area up in Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Wyoming
Okay.
for a company called CenturyLink.
Nice. And so, is that where you originally from, up in that area?
I spent 33 years up there. It's kind of confusing, but I spent 33 years there. Retired Air Force up there at Malmstrom Air Force Base, and originally from New Bern, North Carolina, hence my Tar Heel shirt.
Right, right, right. Awesome.
Go Heels.
Yeah. And so, so what led you to life insurance?
You know, Arturo is kind of a fascinating thing. I had um, two brothers that passed away within 3 months of each other. Um, and it's a tale of 180 out. My one brother had life insurance and was well protected. Um, when he passed away, my sister-in-law was able to retain her home and take care of finances, um, his burial expenses, and those kind of things. My other brother, 3 months later, passed away in North Carolina. Didn't have any insurance at all during that time period. He um, when he passed.
And so, um, how much time do you think you were spending with what you were doing?
Probably in the neighborhood of 30% of my week was spent generating leads. I would spend all day Monday and all day Thursday dialing and hoping to get 10 to 15 appointments on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, Saturday. Now, what is so nice about this, I have leads popping in all the time. I call them, but I call them every day. I call them as the very next day I call them. Recency is so important in this business. Um, and then the leads that are auto generated for me, I make sure that I set those appointments and I go there. So now my time that I'm spending dialing for dollars, dialing customers, however you want to call that, um, I spend less time now on the phone getting them to be there and more time actually talking to high intent customers that want to talk to me.
Got it. And so, how long you been in the program so far?
I've been with you. It's been about 2 months now, 2.5 months,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
coming
So,
up on three.
right. So just about 90 days, right about right.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. So, would you mind just kind of sharing, just any little bit of what your experience has been, with the program and working with me and the team and everything?
You know, the Facebook page has been absolutely wonderful. I mean, I see all of everybody's questions on there, and no matter how simple they are, they always seem to be relevant. You can always pick up a golden nugget here or there. Um, every time that I've been around and had time to work on it, and I was able to get an appointment scheduled for you to help with that. You've been there and helped out with that. It's just been an amazing experience having having you on board, having you there as not only a mentor but somebody to help coach and teach me something that I knew existed but didn't know how to make it work. having you there in that process and having the expertise was just absolutely amazing.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, and so we're what, midway through the month so far. If you had to guess, because I know you've been busy, and I'm kind of wrap this call up because I know you got some more calls to get to. Um, just I guess a little ballpark of kind of where you're at for the month, as far as AP and what you think you're projected to hit this month.
I'm projected to hit about 30,000. I'm at 1499.72 right now, so I'm almost halfway there of where I wanted to be. Um, I was just going to count up my leads here today. Um, just in January 24, let's see, I've gotten 34 final expense leads. And on the IUL side, I have over 77 IUL leads, and that's amazing. Those are leads that are relatively inexpensive for me. They're about $22 a piece. Um, some of the final expense get as low as $18 a piece. Super happy with them. When I call these people, they're there. They understand. They filled out a report. They understand that I'm calling them. That it's the ad that I set out there. So it's pretty exciting to have a high intent lead like that and being able to talk to them going forward.
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned that because what do you think the big difference is from because the old way still works and this way works pretty well too. What do you think has been the biggest difference you've noticed in when you're calling people, how they're receiving you and your experience with that?
Um, Intentionality. By the time they go through the process to fill out the paperwork, their intention is to find more information out about the. And we froze up again.
Go ahead.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So the difference I feel about those leads is the high intentionality. When I call these people, they're interested in purchasing. They're interested in knowing more. Um, and having somebody answer the phone and say, "Oh yeah, I remember filling that out. Yeah, I was wanting to know about final expense. You know what? I got some insurance, but I want to know if I got enough, and how do I do this? You know what is your program? How does it work? Going through the process and being able to talk to somebody that has that interest level in the product is really a blessing. It really is a blessing to be able to talk to them and know that they're excited about the product. They want to know more. They're interested in learning more, and then being able to educate them and have them make a decision about their financial future and how they want to be able to protect their family. That's absolutely awesome.
Yeah, and thank you so much for sharing that. I really appreciate you hopping on. So I guess finally we'll wrap up with this. So, if there's any agents that are out there that are, you know, because people are skeptical these days, right? And they see things online and like it's too good to be true. But this is more importantly for the agent that's kind of looking for something, right? They're kind of burnt out. They've been buying leads, they've been calling, they've been going through the grind, and they're just looking for a different way, a better way, a more efficient way, and they just want to talk to people that are interested in your services. So, what would you say to somebody if they're watching this about taking a deeper dive into looking at a service like this?
You know, the stress that it relieves, the mental anxiety that it relieves, and not having um, to talk to an abusive customer is worth its weight in gold to me. To be able to sit down and talk to people in an educated manner, having them be excited to learn more about our product services is well worth the money for me. I didn't want to have to keep spending the money that I was spending on leads that somebody had already talked to. You know, if I was a day late in calling them, even though I had bought the lead and was promised that it was my lead, if I was a day late calling them, they'd already talked to somebody else. Somebody else had already gave them a pitch, and right or wrong in their pitch, they now have that element of initial decision making process where they've already decided that this is not good for me, this is good for me, and it just makes that communication with that client that much more difficult. And with this ability, you have now no one else is going to talk to that customer until you talk to them, right? That's your lead. You own that lead. You paid for the ad. You went through this process. They're expecting you to call. Ed Hassel is calling them. And so that that part of it makes it worth its weight in gold.
Awesome, awesome. Well, again, thank you, Ed, for hopping on and kind of sharing your story. Just wanted to highlight, one of our successful students in the program, and I know you got a busy day today, and obviously because you're halfway to your goal, so we'll let you get back to writing business. But just post in the group so we can help celebrate you as you hit those milestones. And thank you so much for joining us. You take care, okay?
Thank you, Arturo.
Awesome.